Hello and welcome to From Me to We with Pastor and First G. I am First Gentleman Damian Parks Weekly, and this is my husband, Pastor Romel Parks Weekly. We are so happy and excited to be back with you on our next topic in the From Me to We phase series.
It's not just a phase.
Not just a phase, no.
The old church would like to think it was just a phase,
right?
But it's not a phase.
It's not a phase. We're here to stay. So we're so grateful for our friends and family that have been so supportive, and all of the endeavors that our ministry has been doing and active in, and so grateful to our church family. Hey, Sanctuary, and all of you who continue to watch us, even those of you who watch us silently.
Yes.
We thank you for your support. We thank you for the inbox messages,
yes,
and
indeed.
all the shout outs, all the likes, all the love. So
but don't just be a silent watcher. Let us know so
yeah.
that we can be encouraged by your testimony.
Definitely. Yeah. So today's topic is something that is really kind of close for me, because I see so many people every day who are a lot of Facebook friends, but then I have personal friends, and I've been in this situation myself. So we want to talk about friends with benefits. Friends with benefits.
Of course, the title itself is like, what? But it's real, Everybody knows about friends with benefits, the fact that it exists, But what we want to talk about is not necessarily how, everybody else uses the phrase friends with benefits, right. Okay? But we want to talk about the strength of a strong relationship.
Right.
And when I say the strength of a strong relationship, what I'm saying is, what is it that actually makes that relationship so strong? What is the strength that makes it strong? And honestly, it's the fact that even though you have the benefit of sex, even though you have the benefit of physical intimacy, that it's built on a foundation of friendship.
Right.
That's that element that makes it strong. And actually, probably should have mentioned this earlier, but this is actually going to be a 2-part episode because we have too much to say to try to fit into just one part, because this is real. This impacts how the relationship evolves, how it progresses, and even whether it lasts.
And let's face it, relationships, dating, everything, unfortunately, the world is almost centered around sex.
Oh yeah.
So it's a heavy topic, and we just want to make sure that we can express to you guys some support out there, and some I don't want to say do's and don'ts, but just some suggestions about how to go about, as a single person, your dating choices, and as a person who is at that point of a committed relationship. How do we help this?
And this is not like a teaching program per se, but some of the things that we discussed, it still builds off of things that we've discussed in previous episodes.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that we talked about, go back and watch it, is the difference between like dating and actually being in a relationship. So when we talk about friends with benefits, we're not just talking about having benefits with friends like typical people would say it, but we're not even talking about having benefits, sexual benefits, with people you're dating. It's like, first of all, you said this earlier. Sex is like everywhere, so you can get that with anybody,
anywhere, anytime, any place. So so what is the rush? That's just my biggest thing is that why not take the time if you're really trying to get to know a person? Why is intimacy the very first thing that you get to know about this person? That's the very first way that you get to know this person. We have sex after the first date or after the first week. Some of us are already shacking up in a couple of weeks, and I just think we can wait.
It's like, do something different. Honestly,
otherwise you'll get the same result.
You'll get the same result, and it's like we keep wanting something different. We keep in our head, we know that I can make this work. I know I'm worth more than this, and blah blah blah. But you keep doing the same stuff. Clearly, it's not working. One of the reasons it's not working is because, if I can be a little candid, and a little cavalier. Actually, you're giving up the goodies too fast, right? But I'm not gonna be too bad. But like we said, you can get sex anywhere. That's not us saying go out there and just get it anywhere else, and don't get it here with the person that you're in a relationship with. What we're saying is, if you can get sex anywhere, then so can the other person. What that means is, what is the glue that's going to keep you all together?
Right.
It can't be sex, because you can get that anywhere. So why would I tie myself down to this one person? There has to be something unique, something peculiar, something weird, something special about this person. And his behind is not it. His mouth is not it. I know you say you're getting kind of TMI, but that's real. Those, you can get that anywhere. There's something more, okay, there and there that I need. So if I'm trying to get him locked into me by means of something he can get anywhere else, of course I'm not going to keep it. Because guess what? I'll never be the best lay he can have. There's always going to be somebody better. But nobody can be a better me than me.
Absolutely.
And that's what's going to lock him in. And that's what already did lock him in.
Thank you. So to give the person a sense of, give yourself a sense of value. Like, why don't we value ourselves more than what we do when it comes to levels of intimacy and you know, and sexually? So, you know, I'm like, well, my goodness is good. I don't know nobody else, but you know. So, and you have to get that mentality. Like, okay, this is the best, you know, hey. So, not only that, but just the whole sense of, why would I want to share that with the rest of the world?
Right. Why would you want to share it? And here's the thing. There is a reason that McDonald's has a value meal,
right,
but Chris's Steakhouse doesn't.
Right.
There's a reason. Why? Because when it's cheap and when it doesn't have any value per se, you know, then you just basically give it away. So that means that if I go into a restaurant and I see a steak that's $1.99, I'm not ordering that steak. Why? It's cheap, but I don't know if I'm going to live.
It's not quality.
It can't be quality at $1.99. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to live tomorrow or have food poisoning. So that means that the price tag, well, I'm preaching this thing right here.
You are.
The price tag that I put on what I put out is going to be an indication of its value, of its worth. Now, if I don't know my own worth, how can I expect somebody else to? And if I'm putting to them a price tag of one date, as they would say, a coconut smile, I remember that, we used to say that, then clearly I can't expect someone to value, I can't expect someone to pay more than what I'm asking.
And it's something like it sounds a little old school, but if you remember the episode, it's about a totally different topic, but on the Cosby Show, when Cliff said you made a presentation of a steak dinner on a garbage can lid. So now I'm not going to be served on a garbage can lid. I want white porcelain platter. That's what makes it appealing. So we're not saying, you know, you want to dress yourself up and just look like just, you know, whatever. I mean, granted, you want to look appealing, but you want to present yourself as, I am this steak dinner that is worth it. I'm worth to be on a piece of porcelain. I am worth to come with all the garnishment and all the trimmings. But all of those things come at a price. And the price is, you've got to earn this love. You got to earn this intimacy. And so my sex just can't be tossed out there and made available for everybody like a value meal.
Right. You have to earn this temple.
Absolutely.
You know, not trying to be overly spiritual, but the reality is we are Christians, and our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit. And you got to earn this thing, and you can't. Time is a part of the price that you are required to pay. That people should be required to pay in order to earn this jewel, this gift that my Creator gave me.
And understand that you're not just the one who's presenting yourself that way, you're also one who's going to have to view somebody else that way. So the same type of things and values that you want about yourself, you need to look for those in other people and be able to present to someone else who values themselves as well in the same manner.
And if you put, there's a reason why a restaurant gives appetizers or hors d'oeuvres, and then a salad, and then the main course, and then dessert. If you start with dessert, you ruin your appetite for everything that follows, right? So why you wonder why there's no value given to the relationship? It doesn't last
because you have dessert with everybody.
You give them dessert already, and you've ruined their appetite for the actual entree.
The meal, yeah.
And it's like, give them something to anticipate. Give them something to look forward to. Give them something to crave. Become like White Castle. Have a crave pack, and don't give it to them until they've proven that they really do value you the way you deserve to be valued.
Absolutely.
They have to prove that.
Yeah, definitely. And how you put it down in the bedroom is not the proof. I say to people all the time, so I don't think that you're going to have any more mind-blowing sex than you have already had. Like, there's no orgasm out there that you haven't had already. And if you feel like there's still something that might be better with this partner, then just show them what to do. Tell them what your likes and dislikes are. And, not be set up. So the argument that a lot of people are going to say is, well, I don't know if we're sexually compatible, or I don't know if they can... It might be a little sketchy to say this. I mean, not sketchy, but a little pushy to say this. So they don't know your freak number yet. So, well, tell them what your number is. Show them what your number is. And because you can find somebody on the street that knows your freak number, that can put it down for you. They could be abusive, they could be verbally abusive, they could be somebody who's lazy and doesn't want to work towards it. You put in all the effort, you put in all the finance, you're always the one paying for dinner, and yet you got to put it out in the bedroom too. I mean, come on, it doesn't just boil down to that, but you want somebody who's going to bring just as much to the table as you are. So sex is not always just the last option for that. You want substance in other areas as well in order to develop a healthy relationship. I think we've seen over and over again, time and time again, that sex cannot be, even though the world revolves around that, sex just cannot be the number one all priority when you're trying to get to know someone and be in a relationship. Do you need to have an understanding of some top elements of that? Sure. Have that discussion. We're not saying don't have conversations. We're not saying that don't know this, but some of this does not have to come right up out at bat. It doesn't have to be there. You don't have to make it to first base on the first night.
Because I want to have a conversation with you about top or bottom before I have a conversation about have you ever been convicted of a felony.
Right.
It's like,
do you believe in the Lord?
So, right.
That's my first question. Do you know Jesus?
Have you ever raped someone?
Right.
And it's like the conversations that really matter more.
We're not
having.
Yeah.
But I want to know if you're a top or bottom.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing about sexual compatibility. We act as though sex, a person's sexual prowess, a person's sexual skill is some type of mystical, supernatural element. It's some kind of gift of God, that God has gifted this person with sexual ability. Listen, sex is not a supernatural gift. Sex is a skill, is an ability. Right. That means you learn it, you develop it. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you just had a knack for. You were right out the gate. You was the best lay in the world. Okay. Well, God bless your heart, boo boo. Right. But some people experimented and learned and developed. That means even with this, I don't believe in the whole sexual compatibility notion. Just like I don't believe in there's the one. This is the one God has for me. I don't believe in the one. There is no Neo out there for me. Okay. So even with sexual compatibility, if they're not sexually compatible, then make them. Now the Bible said train up a child. So train them. How do you train them? You communicate.
Right.
You don't expect it just to have some divine revelation of what you like.
Don't expect somebody to read your mind. Tell them
just
what
have
you know.
a conversation.
Right.
Talk about it. Don't have them have to play the lucky lottery about where your spot is.
Right.
Tell them where it is. You know, tell them how you like it. Tell them how you tell them to do this. Well, you know, last time you did this, but I really like this. Or last time you did that, and that was really good. Have that conversation. Yep. We act like somehow by talking about it, it takes away the mysticism or the no. That's
but we don't mind doing it.
Right. So. But that's how you develop a good, healthy, strong core element of the sexual life. So, you know, again, sexual compatibility is a myth. You work toward that. You develop that.
Absolutely. Okay. That's good. That's good.
Praise the happy Jesus.
The happy Jesus. So
you friends with Billy. I'm sure he's pretty happy. Yeah. I'm happy. But like we said, we got a lot more to talk about. Absolutely. But it's not enough to really put into this one video. But we will definitely be back soon to finish this topic on friends with benefits, because we want you all to have the strongest relationships you can have.
Absolutely. We want the best for everybody, and we are so looking forward to your comments and your questions on this topic. And we look forward to it. So you can always inbox us on Facebook at
well, let's see, facebook.com/Judah First Ministries with an IES. You can also email us at at judahfirst.org. Remember, that's JUDAH, Judah First, for all of you who missed Sunday school, judahfirst.org. And I reckon that's it.
Yeah. Well, and then those of you who are Facebook friends with either Pastor or myself, you can always feel free to inbox us, message us on Facebook under our personal pages, under Romel Parks Weekly and Damian Parks Weekly. Also, Pastor Romel Parks Weekly Facebook page. So
yes, and some of the other things that we do. Watch out, first Thursday of every month, I do a live Q&A where you can ask your questions live. They can be about relationships, they can be about God, the Bible, whatever the case is, every first Thursday of the month. So watch my page for that. You can watch Damien's page as well, because he posts the video on his page as well. Then, of course, I have a teaching series that I do called Living Waters, where we just, deal with some things, in depth, but still try to keep it as brief as possible. That can kind of give you some encouragement throughout the week, some education, and some things to build your faith.
And for those of you who don't have a church home and are looking, if you are follow our ministry the way that you do, I encourage you to follow our church page at The Sanctuary. STL.org is our
yes, The Sanctuary STL.org, and on Facebook at The Sanctuary STL.
Right. So we encourage you. We already have, I think, what do we call them? National members to a degree. So we're so grateful for you. We realize that in a lot of areas that some affirming ministries and churches are not available. Right. And we feel very blessed and fortunate in the St. Louis area to have options here. But not all of you have those, so we certainly encourage you to follow us on the Sanctuary page and watch the sermons and be a part of our family. So we love you and we want you there.
Amen. Amen. So we will be getting back in contact with you all a few days hence. Look, I'm really getting churchy, huh? Yeah. But look forward to about a week with the follow-up to Friends with Benefits.